The situation that comes to mind that happens so often is if there, and this sounds so small, but it does make a big deal because it symbolizes a lot. If there's one piece of chicken left on the dinner table, I'm quick to grab it. I was not like, hey, would you like it?
Right.
It's little things like this that I insisted on putting myself first above her, which is not what a woman needs to feel safe. A woman needs to feel safe by knowing that the man they're with is putting the women themselves above himself. And that just was not there because I was still a boy. I was only child growing up. Like, I got my way all the time. And no matter who it was, it's like, I'm not putting you in front of me. And so that happening on the micro level when it comes to, piece leftover chicken on the dinner table, or a more macro level, all those things, I can see why it would lead to a shaky foundation when it comes to trust between her and myself. That, the actual acts taking place in a relationship, along with a person's past, are met together to help them decide on which behavior to do going forward. And so this behavior that I exuded, I feel as if I was doing for a lot of other women in my past too. I didn't know at the time, I wasn't conscious of it, but now I see that being the case. And some of those women had pasts to where they cannot trust their own family members. They cannot trust their old friends. They cannot trust ex-boyfriends, what they've done to them, whatever it may be. That is creating an environment to where they are quicker to distrust the person they're with. And that could be that's trauma, right? And that could be something violent, sexual abuse, physical abuse, verbal, emotional abuse from especially male figures in life. Or that could be just something smaller. But whatever it is, that's compiling into one's decision to emotionally cheat. It's coming from a feeling of survival. I don't feel safe enough here, and I feel safe with this man at this moment, so I'm going to be with him instead. Whether it's for a night or for an entire relationship, whatever it may be. So when I started to realize that I was acting like a child, and she saw a man that was attracted to her, any reasonable woman, I understand why that would happen. Now, I say that not to condone cheating. That is something you and I are deeply, deeply, deeply against. But I'm all for, and always will be, taking full responsibility for our part in everything we're a part of. Whether if society would dictate us as the victim or perpetrator, I am for understanding our own responsibility taking place in every situation. And so I'm not saying that she is fully exonerated of what she did in those moments, because it was still on her, and it was still a moral dilemma that took place, and she decided to cross the line. And I know her and potentially other relationships that have happened to, they're full aware of that. What I am here is to shine a light on the fact that when this type of behavior happens, or other types of behavior, we may be playing a larger part in it than we believe. And so when I was able to see through that lens, I was able to see a lot more compassion and empathy for her and, in the grand scheme of things, other women I've dated, because I looked upon why in their rational mind would they feel as if this is the right action to take. And then when you think about someone's past, you think about what you know other men in particular, but other people have done to them. When you think about what they've been told through society, when you think about all these other things that have taken place, when you think about how you've treated them, it made it much easier for me to forgive. Thank you all for watching the last video. If you want to watch another one, you can click here, or somewhere over here. That's it for today. Sending much love your way.